Hi everybody, it's Sarah. Today I wanted to talk to you about toxic positivity. This is something that comes up quite a bit in wellness classes that I teach, but I don't know that I've really talked about it much on here. What is toxic positivity? It's the idea that you need to maintain a positive mindset all the time, no matter what has happened. It's taking the good vibes only mentality way too far. Often, I meet people in the spiritual world who feel like if they mention anything negative or don't instantly forgive everyone, then they're somehow failing. They're not actually spiritual, and that is a totally false idea. While it's great to be more positive and to have a positive mindset and to also be mindful of your emotions, hiding them or suppressing them or bypassing them isn't healthy. And it can quickly turn into a toxic habit and actually harm your mindset, harm your spiritual growth, and harm your health for that matter. I have compiled a short list of things to understand about toxic positivity and what to focus on instead. How did toxic positivity begin? Is it a new thing or is it something that's been going on for a long time? Well, toxic positivity isn't a brand new concept. Positive thinking is a huge part of manifesting, but it's only part of the process. And I think people get lost in that too. They understand the need for forgiveness. They understand that to really manifest, you need to be at your most level best. You need to be high vibing. You need to be able to concentrate on the positive and not worry or find negative reasons that you're not able to manifest what you want. But like I said, that's only part of the process, and I'll explain more about that in just a second. And it's great that people have been trying to be more positive overall and work on their mindsets. It is good. But the problem comes when it goes too far, and then they bypass or ignore their feelings rather than work through them. One big spiritual myth is that if you think or act negative about anything, even for a few minutes, it will bring your energy and vibration down. But that's not necessarily true. If we don't work through our pain, our trauma, our feelings, we can never be free from them. And trust me, holding on to pain, holding on to unhealed trauma, anger, grief, all of that will keep your vibe very low. And especially if you're walking around pretending everything is okay 24/7 and not setting time aside for you to process this, you're not having an authentic experience. You're not going to be able to move past this and go to the next level or to manifest what you want if you're carrying such a burden with you. And also, the more you try to force positivity, the more it's going to suffocate you. It's essential to feel your feelings and emotions and embrace them. Not dwell in them, not let them take over your life, but be more mindful of how you feel at any given moment and why. This is what helps you move forward, not just pretending to be happy all the time. The attempt to manifest something, let's say you want a windfall of money or cash, but you're having a difficult time. I would suggest you work on your inner feelings related to wealth and money. But to do this, you will have to probably heal the negative ideas associated with this concept. Not bypass them or attempt to gloss over them or ignore them. You'll have to get to the really root of the matter and where these ideas or concepts came from, such as maybe your parents thought money was the root of all evil. So you're going to have to dig deep and work through that. It doesn't seem like that's toxic on the surface, but if you're trying to establish wealth, you actually think that wealth is evil, you can see that there's a problem. So that's another reason why when we're trying to manifest, we need to get serious about our own personal healing. The other thing that I have seen, and actually I just witnessed this in the last couple of weeks, a client of mine posted something on Instagram. A member of their family had been killed in a car wreck. And she was talking about it, and she said, please, my children are grieving. Please do not comment everything happens for a reason, because it's not helpful. And she's very true. It's not. If you're not quite sure what toxic positivity is, let me give you some examples. You lose your job, and instead of just offering support and a shoulder to cry on, someone tells you, be positive and look at it as a new opportunity, which sounds really good, except they're invalidating your feelings. You may be hurt. You may be angry. You may be at a loss of what you're going to do. Maybe you didn't see being sacked as a good thing. So they're telling you that basically something is wrong with you for not being excited about it. I have also seen people say things like, everything happens for a reason, like she didn't want posted on Instagram, when we're trying to just vent or when we're dealing with something. And it's not basically telling us we should be happy, but we shouldn't have any adverse reaction. When a member of your family is killed in an automobile accident, yeah, you have every every right and every reason to grieve, to be angry, to be sad, and all of the other emotions that go along with it. And no one should expect you to be happy or to gloss over it and smile. Let's say someone loses their dog, and instead of offering their condolences, they tell them to be happy for the years they had together. And that's something else that we hear too when people pass. Be happy for the time you had together. That also basically signals the person that, well, just get over it because, you had 5 good years, so move on, which once again invalidates their feelings. Anytime anyone says it could be worse, they're also telling you, get over it, get over yourself, it could be worse, pull yourself up and move on. None of these sound inherently wrong when we say them, but these are the words people use to try and help and offer comfort, and they fail completely. There is no comfort to be found in these statements. This type of forced positivity relating to a bad situation isn't helpful. In fact, it will make the other person actually feel worse. It's okay to feel upset. It's okay to feel sad or angry or heartbroken sometimes. It's part of the experience. It's part of the reason we're here. We aren't supposed to be robots that don't feel anything and walk around in a daze with a fake smile on our face. These types of toxic positivity statements can give you the feeling of shame or guilt just because you aren't feeling positive about every single thing that happens in your life, which, come on, that's ridiculous. You just lost your dog. You just lost a family member. You were just fired. Put on a smile and keep going. It could be worse. Yeah, no, not helpful. Not helpful at all. So what do we do? If it feels like you're caught in the trap of feeling you need to provide constant positive support to people, here are a few strategies that hopefully will help you. Realistically, you have the right to feel any way you want to at any given time, and no one else should judge you because no one actually knows what you're going through. But unfortunately, people forget that. So if you're caught in this and you're feeling like maybe you should be more positive but you just can't do it, instead, why don't you practice mindfulness? This is probably one of the best techniques you can use to avoid toxic positivity. It doesn't force you to feel happy when you feel sad, but instead it lets you experience all emotions and then move past them. And that's our goal here, not to be numb, unfeeling machines, and not to get caught up in the feelings that swallow us either, because that's the other end of the spectrum. When we let something like grief or anger, bitterness, rage, whatever it may be, depression, own us, and everything we do comes from that point of view. But just because you're working through your stuff, working through your anger, let's say, or your depression, doesn't mean that you're going to be stuck there. Actually, the act of working through it, of sitting with it, of acknowledging it, and forgiving yourself, and being there for yourself is how we get past this. Another thing is understand that feelings come in waves. You might feel more than one feeling at any given moment, or your emotions might ebb and flow throughout the day, and that's normal. Embrace this and allow it to happen. Own your feelings. Own your anger at losing your job. Acknowledge your pain at losing your dog. And by owning your feelings, I mean be mindful of them. Please do not take them out on other people. It's not a license for you to act badly, no. But allow yourself the time and space you need to process them. Be kinder and more gentle with yourself. Don't expect yourself to immediately after 2 days off go back to work and pretend that everything's okay, because that's not healthy. If you're trying to offer support to others, you can also help reduce the toxic positivity by being a supportive friend in other ways. Be someone who listens. Don't try to force them into being positive all the time. Just allow them to vent. Being there for them and not judging them. And also, if you're unaware of what to say, you can just be honest and tell them, I can't imagine what you're going through. I'm at a loss on what to say. Because trust me, they would much rather hear that, a heartfelt statement, than it could be worse or everything happens for a reason. Okay? So I hope you found this helpful. If you did, let me know in the comments section below, and I'll see you soon with another video. Speak soon. Bye-bye.